Oh no, we don't want that old thing. Switch out of there. That's old. We gotta clean that spot up, huh? That's a mess. Oh, let's see. There we go. And all right, we should be streaming. So let me get my chat opened up, yo. There we go. Is that gonna come on? All right, it should be. All right. Hey, good morning. All right, now why don't I hear? Is it just delayed? Must be delayed. Yeah, there it goes. I was up on time this morning. I was fiddling around out here trying to get my my lathe phone to come on, the camera over my lathe. That's the one that's messed up the most. I had to beat and bang on that phone for a minute to get it to power up. Then my damn smoke detector, I had to take my smoke detector down. That damn thing was chirping. You gotta get a battery for that thing. Oh. Oh, shoulder. And I was snoozing my alarm this morning. And it was fighting with me. I guess it was making sure I woke up because it wouldn't snooze. I was hitting the dang thing and sliding the little button. It was like, shut off. It didn't want to shut off. Oh.
Ashtray full of good intentions, burned right down to the bone. Her picture face down on the table, frame still feels like home. I talk to the cracked paint ceiling, ask what the hell I
Goodness.
Silence answers every question like a stone-faced smoking kid.
Oh.
Beat me out of here. Take this broken, busted heart up through the sky. Let that bright green light wash these red shot eyes dry.
Oh.
If they're picking somebody, I'm right here. Misery clear. Come on outer angels, won't you beam me out?
Oh, fuck. See, this is some of them songs that don't need to be in here. Let's get that one on. I need to take that out of this damn list. I don't want to listen to that all the time. No. I thought I got them all off.
On the bench, strong and kips just landed. Got that solvent scent. Keychains in a tray, little ornaments too. Blank pens lined like rockets, all gonna spin for you. Hey, meds roll tide.
Hey, good morning, Scott. How you doing?
Strong and kids soaring through the night.
I played around with some different music last night and got the playlist a little different.
Hit that link and let the shaving snow. Clamps bite, lights hum.
Carbon and Mars bar. No, that was Mr. Mark Reflections sent me that box, and that was the only Mars bar in there, and it was like I hadn't seen a Mars bar in a long time. I'm sure we still got them in the stores around here. I just don't go down the candy aisles looking at the candy bars no more. And so it was it's just sitting there. I'm a weirdo. If I got like one of something, I want to hold on to it for a minute. And so I haven't ate that one yet. I gotta make me some more cartridge holders. My one of the first pieces I ever carved on was that crazy oak little face that was spalted with the hole drilled in the top for a cartridge cover. I sold that yesterday. And then one of my bigger wood spirits, I thought that was awesome. The wood spirit thing, that lady that bought it, that it kind of made me feel good because she was kind of like Wowie. They had a wall of something. I can't remember what she called it, but it almost wall of wonders like Wowie, but it was something else. And she said, we do our travels and stuff, and everywhere we go around the world and we collect stuff, we put it right there. And your piece is going to be on our wall forever. I was like, oh, snot. Heck, that wood spirit was back from 2021 when I carved it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm making chicken fried rice, crispy honey chicken. Oh man, gonna make me hungry. I'm eating coffee for breakfast. My grandpug will be here again today. I didn't have to mess with her yesterday because I was at the event, but that's what we're gonna work on. I got that all taped up and ready the other day, and I haven't put the stencil onto the board yet, so I'll run that onto the board. I just get excited. Anytime somebody sees a piece of work that I do, and wants to buy it, I automatically get excited, but then it's just, I don't know, it takes it to a different level when they got that excitement and then just talking about how they're going to display it and all that stuff. That you talking about a feel good kind of moment. That was one of them. It was nice though. I needed that. I'm so dang hungry. Yeah. That Chris Pony chicken stuck in. That's what I gotta do, is make sure I take some food out today. My boy's off today, but I gotta make sure he's gonna be home tonight. He's done that to me like three times running. He's like, yeah, I'm off. And then I lay stuff out to cook for both of us, and then he ain't here to eat. I'm like, you turd. Y'all hear that saxophone? Ooh. I got some songs that's got some saxophone going into it now. I love saxophone. I ain't never thought to put that into my songs until not long ago. And then I got some of them that pop off in there with that female voices and stuff too.
Roll tight, little spark jump, paints color in the night. Indica my chest, breath moves slow. Ceiling turns to stars, I let the ceiling go. Aliens come get me.
Silver Reserve is our blend for this morning. It's a sativa hybrid mix. Excuse me.
If the room goes quiet and my body's still here, I'm somewhere past Saturn, laughing through the fear. Aliens come get me. I'm ready for the ride. Take me where the weight falls off my mind. Aliens come get me. Beam me through the night. If I vanish from this place, I might feel right. Come get me.
Hey, good morning, Delaney. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Don, morning. I'm going to work on that image right there on my table. I'm going to start getting that down onto my board, getting it ready to burn. Not getting into nothing too crazy today. Sore from yesterday, but it ain't caught up to me yet. It's probably going to get me tomorrow or late today. But I got the grandpa coming today, so can't get too wrapped up. Had my granddaughter's all-county chorus concert yesterday, and that was just awesome, y'all. Straight awesome. And it was a bunch of kids, all county, so it's like the best ranking chorus kids from each school per county, you know, for their age groups and whatnot. And she made it out of her group in her school. There was 10 kids, and she was one of them. That was pretty cool. Pug cuddles, man, I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be, is pug cuddles, exactly. Because when she's here, I don't let's see, here lately I do not chill out and just relax in the house. And when she's here, when the pug's here, that's about what I do. Because I can't come out here and leave her unattended, because the little turd, she'll go to chewing on stuff. She ate the top part of my couch when she was a little younger, and I left her butt unattended. I guess she's like a damn bulldog or something. She didn't want to be by herself and started pouting. She started eating on everything. I was like, you turd. But yeah, we kicked back and just watched goofy TV. And she'll lay up on my lap. Then my big dog gets jealous and she jumps up. Oh, she don't get on my lap. She used to. And every now and then she'll jump up beside me and sit. But most times she don't. She's gotten too big and my chair's not big enough. She can't get up there and lay on me comfortably because she's a big dog. She's not a lap dog. But she tries to act like it. But I'll have her laid up on my side and I have the pug laid up on my chest, and she'll curl back almost like a baby, like how you'd kind of cuddle a baby in your arm if you were holding them after they ate or something, bumping their butt to go to sleep. That damn pug will lay up like that and go to sleep. My animals is rotting around here, even the grand animals. Oh, I gotta ask that gentleman from the event yesterday, because I doubt they were Google lenses or Meta or Ray-Bans or whatever, but he had a pair of glasses on that he was wearing that had the camera lenses up there in the frames. And it's like, ooh, I want a pair of those. And he says they wasn't but $105. That's expensive, but it's not too bad if you get good quality, you know, coming from the camera. I'm in New Orleans this week, attending and giving the wood carving seminars. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, that's where you were driving to when you had to stop the other day in Old Pass Live, wasn't it? Heck yeah. They had a big old insurance seminar convention going on, what was it, last week before? When the ex-wife went up there, that's what she did. Is my sister-in-law or ex-sister-in-law, whatever the hell you call them, I don't know anymore, but she does insurance for Florida and Arizona, and that's what it was. There was over 3,000 people at that insurance convention, supposedly. Oh. Oh. That's a handful of folks. and I couldn't park nowhere, and that was crazy. I'm not used to going to different cities or something and trying to park. And they were talking about the sister-in-law paid almost as much for damn parking places throughout the day as it was for something. She did it again, man.
Drips flow like time in here. Every laugh got a light year near. If the mothership park out back, we'll be gone for the lights turn black.
My damn cameras was unplugged yesterday, and my damn cameras out here is turned off. I don't flipping get it. Why does she got to mess with my cameras when she's here? I don't get that. Oh, gracious, y'all. What the hell you trying to hide, you know? Shit, stay to my camera out here. Shut stuff off. Record. Oh, snot. 71 and a 55 and he gonna give you a hard time? Oh, he let you off with a warning? I didn't read that all the way. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, come on now. He must have hung up with his old lady arguing or something, because I mean, coming through Florida, I can do damn 70 on the highway and the state troopers go flying past me like I'm sitting still.
Grumpy's in the shop, turned on that old lamp, coffee in a chipped cup, apron full of sawdust, wood spinning smooth, shavings on his shoes, leaning in.
You know what? This is aggravating me right here. I don't care who comes to flip over here. I just know to leave my stuff alone. I have my shit recording. Keep the damn meth heads off my stuff outside. I don't care what she does. My cameras don't pick her up in the house. And now my damn record. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
He's already planning more. Meds roll tight in line, labeled on the shelf. Aliens fly through his mind while he laughs to himself. Oh yeah, Grumpy's in the shop, working with the lathe. Wood spinning fast. What's he gonna make?
Wow. I mean,
Grumpy's in the shop, humming through the night, turning rough blocks clean till it all feels right. Little worlds in walnut, stories in the grain. Every twist and tiny cut carries his name.
I don't know what she did. I cannot get my system to start recording again. Wow. Hey, good morning, Mark. Cord. Quality. I want best. Just give me best quality. How about that? What is it? Your box is stuck at Yarborough, Florida, second day. They got the dogs on it. They checking it and say, look, y'all, this is the second one from Canada, and the first one we couldn't get into it. We couldn't see it's duct taped up. They running it through the dog scans, make sure it ain't no drugs or nothing. Oh, y'all. I am aggravated, y'all.
Cosmic colors in my hands, spinning pins, that's the plan. Click, turn, snap, understand. Built this
Start
channel
recording.
out of pain, like
Oh,
subscribe,
it's not
that's the
recording.
chain. Cosmic colors
What did she
in
do?
my hands. Burnt on, resin on my pants. Every scratch
Wow,
got
y'all.
my name. Aliens flying past, whoa. Swirls in the blank like a UFO. Shot fan humming in the low halo. Dust mask on, I still glow. Strong smell, sharp in my nose. Late night stains on my clothes. Every fail, that's how it goes. But the next blank hits, it shows. Cosmic colors in my hands, spinning pins, that's the plan. Big turn, snap, understand. Built this channel out of pain, like subscribe, that's the chain. Cosmic colors in my hands.
That's a heck of a coincidence, because this is 2 times running that my camera inside's been unplugged and my stuff out here's been turned off. This camera out here, my system out here, records on a loop to a hard drive. It goes so long, then it stops recording. Then I have to come out here, I hit record again, and then it runs through until it fills up the hard drive. It just loops itself over and over every week. It runs for like a week before I have to restart it.
Drips in the back, grumpy at the bar like, let it all relax. Yeah.
All right, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me get out of this. Didn't even want to think about her. And I just come out here doing my normal thing. It's just habits. When I get up, I look, my camera system, my security system for the house, it's got a flashing light on there. So when I get up and do my things and reaching for stuff, I see if that light's flashing or not. If it's solid, I hit my record. I just turned the record on 2 days ago. So it should still been flashing this morning and it wouldn't. And then now I can't turn it back on. And then my camera, I have a camera inside. It does not record onto nothing. I don't have it set up to record. It don't even go to the cloud. It was more as a monitoring camera for when I was watching my grandson. I'd put him down for nap time, and I would come out here and fiddle around doing my thing while he was in there napping. And so I had the camera turned on like a baby monitor, and would watch him do his thing. I'd have him up on my big screen, and be carving or fiddling around, and I'd see him move, and that movement would catch my attention, and boom, I'd go inside, So now that camera basically just points at the window and the front door, so I can watch my big dog, because I could be down the road and open up that app, and if my big dog's going crazy or something in the window, I can hit the button and talk to her and be like, hey, you need to get down, behave, or be a good girl, That's all I ever use it for. That one's unplugged, and it's like, why? All right, I'm done. She ain't getting no more of my energy. Oh. That's just craziness.
Laid-back orbit, we just floating grumpy zone. Strong and stain in the air, that smell feel like home. Cosmic chill, couple aliens.
Get all my damn money though, because that ain't recording. Hey, good morning, Alan. Maybe mine. Kinda. It's a security camera. But that's what I did. I used it as a baby monitor watching my grandson whenever he was little. Get stuff out of the way. I still got stuff everywhere from when I was trying to clean up out here. I'm about 40% into it. And I know if I ask her about it, she'll play stupid and say she didn't do nothing to it. Because I said something about messing with the camera yesterday when we was coming back from the event with my granddaughter's deal. She didn't say a word about nothing. Didn't even make a smart comment about it. And I guess that's why, because she done did it again. Hey, good morning, Radar. I got your other sticker, sir. And I haven't forgot. I got to get y'all some videos out. I have a handful of sticker videos that I need to do. And I don't want to do them all at one time. I want to do everybody an individual. I feel that that's what I need to do. $6.5 to Florida.
Late night fumes in the air, mask on, still I stare. Tiny prayers,
Oh, my back, y'all.
Scroll the hate, swipe the spite, hit upload, hit the light, watch it spin out of sight. Whoa, cosmic colors drip from my hands.
This is a little pipe that I have. I like the saxophone, right? I hadn't showed this off in a while. That's a pipe. I won't never use it for a pipe because I'll burn my damn face up. But that was marketed and sold as a little pipe. I hadn't showed this off on YouTube, period. It's got his little mouthpiece right there, of course. And then the bowl. I got a little screen and stuff out in there. You pack it. I'm not going to ever burn out of it, but I thought it was neat. Hey, good morning, Renee. A little pack of screens. I think I've used the screens. Nope, there's still one in there. I think my mom got this for me a long time ago. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, boy. Hey, good morning, Uncle. All right. Get back to what we're doing here. Start or I want to do this with a pen of some sort so I can see what I've drawn on so far. Hey, good morning, Van Hunt. Hey, that's cool. He don't like the stickers? Oh, okay, never mind. Jason is your the buddy that walks around with you that walks off every now and then, right? The stickers might not be his thing. I got a bunch of 420 stickers here from the dispensary that I go to. I got to get me a spot set up to. I want to display them, but I can't. If I'd have started sticking them on my sticker wall right here, I wouldn't have no room for the community stickers that I got up. So I never stuck them into nothing. But when I redo my area out here, I'll find a couple of spots to put them. John's, okay, John's sticker salt. It's an extra. That's one of my dispensary stickers. I want to do a burn board like that. That's another one from the dispensary. That was from one of the vendors that came out. She was only there one time. Awesome tattoo artist. I was like, oh my goodness. And it was like, she was talking about, now she probably, now her work's probably worth way more than my stuff, but she liked a lot of my carvings and everything. And I didn't have time to go through her portfolio or nothing during the event. You know, I was doing other junk. But then later I went and got on her Instagram and was looking at her work. She does some awesome tattoos. I could see her doing my grumpy how I would like it done, but she moved. That event, she was only here for, I think was going to be here like maybe another week, and then was going, I think it was to Kentucky. I think it's where she moved to. But that was, yeah. I wants to find me a good tattoo artist that does nice work. But that would have been a cool deal to kind of swap out some work for work. Because she set up and sold stuff. She done prints of her artwork and then had her own artwork on live edge boards and stuff. So I could have hustled up a tattoo somehow.
Medicated bliss, hand steady making roach clips for this. Grumpy's laid back, carve and spin all day. Wood chips flying.
It'll take me a little bit longer to put this stencil down. I want this one to be, I want it to be as clean as it can be right off the bat. I don't want to have to try to clean my lines up while I'm burning.
All straight from the heart. Like and subscribe, come join the
Yeah, I was just observing the videos, not picking on nobody, but observing the videos. It seems like he was on the spectrum a little bit. That's why I was saying stickers might not be his thing. Yeah, Opath, I have her coming in today. I'll be shutting down about 8 o'clock. Hey, Sid, good evening. Yeah, we got a little cooler weather down here for sure. It yesterday was fairly nice. It wasn't that hot or nothing.
A fiery stream, polished wood gleams like an artist's dream. The hum of creation drowns out the strife, each piece a little ode to a simpler life. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease. Hammer and
It's funny that you got your name Reflection up in here because I did a lot of reflecting yesterday. I sat there and was in a I guess a focusable daze, if that makes any sense. I was just dazed out, but my mind was stuck on one thing, just thinking. I think it was a good thing for me too.
Grumpy's laid back carving, spin all day. Wood chips flying, keeping troubles at bay. Epoxy roach clips.
I saw that on your walkabout, that river, and that would that fencing that y'all have up there. It almost looked like it was construction fencing at first through the video. We have stuff like that similar on some job sites when we're like safety barricading something off, and the stuff's just real flimsy. It's nothing that can support anything. That stuff was weird looking. Oh yeah. But seeing that and then seeing that water rushing and being real close up and stuff like that set off that was weird. That would have been a good scene for a VR clip or something, because that put a little anxiety into me for a second. It's weird. I like watching stuff like that every now and then that gets me like that, but that was weird. I'm not claustrophobic, but I feel that I might be getting just a touch of it in my older age, because I used to love watching those videos when you had the guys that would just go caving, splunking, however you say that. They go find the little cave entrances and they'll start rappelling down in them and just exploring everywhere. I used to love watching that. I watch that stuff now, I damn near feel like I'm gonna have an anxiety attack. I feel my chest tightening in. I start getting real anxious, like I'm the one stuck in that tunnel. I can't watch those no more. I'm just watching through a screen.
Grumpy's in the lab spinning wood in the haze. Epoxy drips slow while he's setting the craze. Roach clips gleam like trophies of the trade. Lathe hums a melody, a handcrafted serenade. Workshop dreams where the pain takes flight. Aliens in the mist dancing through the night. Eyes red rim but the soul feels light. Join the fellowship, the tribe ignites. Medicated whispers, chronic aches dissolve. Anxiety shattered, the riddles solved. Craft moves like poetry, problems evolve. Therapy in motion,
hey, good morning, Harry.
Turning wood to gold, creation don't pause.
I hope everybody had an awesome day yesterday.
Life in them sawdust clouds, it's raw. The tools sing a chorus, no open flaws. Workshop dreams where the
I gotta go back and check my live. I did a short live at the event, but it wasn't early. It was later into the afternoon. Hey, PK. There was some music and stuff going, so I didn't know if it was gonna pick it up or not. And then when I did go live, there was some people out chatting and talking. Yeah. I don't know if it got crazy talk on there or not, and so it's still set private. I'm gonna watch it and go over it. The old dude was cussing a lot. And if it picked all that up, I don't want to put that as a public video. And that's the thing with my phone. My phone goes live and stuff. It makes that one private until I set it public. But off the computer, when I go live, they're set public right away. I don't know. We got our first connection. Hey, there you go. That's awesome. Now, is this spoons that they're providing, and you do some burning to them, or you happen to craft the spoon too? Cigars are rumbling in my tumbler. Yeah, they're providing. That's pretty cool. I hope they give you a spoon that's, that you can work with. A wood, the material that'll, the burner will work good for you. Some of that stuff, like this crazy plywood, you get them little edges you catch. You'll figure it out though. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. Yeah, it's so awesome. Out of all them kids up there singing yesterday, when they started, the way the chorus conductor, the way she had it set up, you could hear their voices. I mean, they were all singing together, but I could pick out my granddaughter's voice out of all them kids, and shit made me tear up. Then I looked around and said, "Say something." JoJo come out for a little bit, and Ray Ray was ready to thump somebody in the head if they picked on him. But yeah, I love my babies. Oh, no problem. It's pretty cool. I like seeing, that's just me. It sounds crazy. As much as I do not like people, I like, sorry, I like I don't know. I like seeing cities and stuff like that, little walkabouts and stuff, and just where other people live and just how it is, because I want to travel. I want to experience. I just have that anxiety that says, people bad. I don't want to curl back into my little hole and I'll be good. Oh, look at there. There should be some lines right here, y'all. Should be a little bump there, a little bump there for that leaf. Now did this go back to my other playlist? This sounds like the other playlist with all the instrumentals in it. There was no instrumentals in this other playlist. Might have been that short. Raspberry hedgehog, leaving a big like and have a great day. Well, thank you.
Her side of the closet, hanger goes swing slow, coffee cup ring on the counter, cold as the morning snow.
I'm just gonna let this damn thing play out again. I'm not gonna bump through the songs, but I'm gonna change it up later. Oh no, we bumping that one. I'll let the rest of it play. That one I gotta remove for sure. That'll put me in my head. We don't want to go. I was in my head when I made that song, evidently. Almost 1,000, 814.
Drips in the back, grumpy at the bar like, let it all relax. Yeah. Lay back orbit, we just floating grumpy zone.
All right, Radar, you have a good day, buddy.
Feel like home, cosmic chill, couple aliens vibing by the phone. They vibing, herbal in the bloodstream, base deep in the dome. So deep, laid back orbit, let it ride, don't rush.
Run my damn foot over.
Eyes half open, but the colors all slide and slide. If you ain't strange, you ain't really on our side. Whole club looking like a mothership inside. Gray hoodie, green shade, I'm posted in the cut. Martian in my cup, slow sip, then I shrug. Ceiling look cracked, it's a map to the stars. While the carvings in the wood spell the names of the gods. Strong ink logo on the hat, that's fam. Hands smell earthy when we dap, that's land. Two tall beings in the booth, no shoes. Eyes too bright, but they move on smooth. They ain't talk words, just a nod and a grin. Pass me a light, said breathe that in. Track keep looping like time on pause. Every bar feeling like it's bending the laws. Laid back orbit, we just floating grumpy zone. Strong stain in the air, that smell feel like home. Cosmic chill, couple aliens vibing, chilling, herbal in the bloodstream, base deep in the dome. Real deep, laid back orbit, let it ride, don't rush that high. Half open, but the colors all slide. If you ain't strange, you ain't really on our side. Whole club looking like a mothership. And the grumpy wipe a glass with the half smirk grin, says you know they only land here when the vibe is thick smoke curtain, but the thoughts stay clear. Every carved little face on the wall just leer. Strong ink marker in my hand, tag fate. Write my name tiny in the restroom gate next to we were here. Signed X from space. Same sharp angle as the stars
long
in
yoga
place.
there.
Herbal in my chest like a warm gold coat. Words come slow, but they still all float. If I leave tonight, they gon' keep this track on repeat.
That's one thing I didn't do yesterday was drink my little nano shot that I took up there with me. I had that and my little dry herb vaporizer. Let's see. This little section here, I need to, that's good. I'm gonna redraw some of them lines right there, but I need to do this flower out and get that first, because those lines are gonna dictate where those go. Didn't want to clean it up none, but I'm cleaning it up none some now that I'm tracing it back down. Should've just
We got grumpy in the shop, hands dirty, eyes red, working on a spaceship, boat by boat, thread by thread.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm in a pickle. I have to evaluate my priorities here on what I want to do, on what I want to spend. Like I said, I got a little bit of sales from yesterday, and I want to put that back in. I need to spend it on to some kits, but I want to get that other light too. I need to get that other light, and I want to get some white paint so I can brighten up my walls around the lathe and everything, and then get that other light put in. I want to put that one up above me at an angle, and I might even have to try to build a mount and actually screw it into the trusses, you know, through my sheetrock and the ceiling and all to hold it. I have to acquire it and then see how it works out here and see how I need to angle it, and then that'll determine where I put it. All right, Harry, you have a good day, buddy. It's like I keep the black lights in here on anymore. I can switch them on and off, but it's just I like the way it pops out them colors. I gotta turn everything completely off for it to like really glow, but it gives that light hue. I don't know. And then the glasses I'm wearing, I have a blue light filter, so that messes with the stuff just a touch. I like that. We just leave that off for a minute. We'll have a glowing live. Oh heck, let's see. Oh hell, let's put it up in the box. I was gonna get out my pen that's got the neon colors in it and use it. I gotta do that though. It'll just be fitting for the mood. Oh. And I sold that. I sold all my pipes that I made. They're all gone. The lady that came to the last event, and that's not it. And was wanting a blue pipe with the electric burn blue and everything, and she wanted it set up on the black hardware, and I had one on black hardware, but it was a different burn color, and I went to trying to figure it out. I was like, well, I'll have to make you another one. I can't do nothing about it. Then I figured it out when she was at the red light, right? It was that one. Well, she actually came back and she got the pipe that she wanted. I thought that was cool. Where is it at? Of course, it's going to be the last box. Look, I got to label these little boxes. Here they go. And then I saw a friend of mine that I hadn't seen them. It's been a long time. I went up to his son's house since I've not been working, but I worked with him and his son at my last job before I went disabled, and they showed up. That was pretty cool. But she was looking at his wife was looking at my last pipe that I had, and she liked it and all. She goes, "Oh, that's beautiful." And they're more pipes. She's more of a pipe smoker. I tried giving it to her, and she wouldn't accept it as a gift. And I'm like, "Come on now, I want to give it." She goes, "Oh no, I want to give you something." So I don't even know how much. I think it was $15 or $20. They folded up and made me take pretty much, and then. We were talking, they went in the shop, got what they had to get, and then when they come back out, we were talking some more. You know, I stood up, talked to them, give them a hug, and I was looking at her bag. I said, "What all did you get?" And I grabbed one of my eggs that I had, and I stuck it in her bag, you know, because she had looked at the egg too while she was out there. She said, "Oh, that's just beautiful." And I was like, all right. So I stuck that in her bag and told her I wasn't taking no payment. I said, I'm going to give y'all something. But yeah, that's that neon in the black light. And that's what I was talking about with the purple neon. The purple neon, it sucks in the light. But yeah, so yesterday was a good day. It went a little south coming home from granddaughter's little deal, but that's okay. That felt good in the end too.
Making art with the grind, too sharp on the edges. Chasing peace, not gold or hedges. Aliens whisper, spin it with precision. Dust settles slow, we vibe in collisions. From mortals to cosmos, Lathe got that shine. Epoxy glowing bright, crafting out of time. Reality's a fog, medicated bliss. Hand steady, making roach clips for this.
This pen don't want to write good, y'all. Look at that. Got some of the protective stuff on it still. That's what I didn't like. There was one of those kits that was like that. Hey, Grumpy shit. Hello, Rubberneck. Hello, Matthew. And hey, Grumpy. Grumpy's gonna say, hey, I guess JoJo and Ray Ray's talking to Grumpy now. I'm supposed to keep that in my head, ain't I? It's okay.
Shavings on the floor, beautiful mess. Carving stress away, ain't nothing less. Hands worn tough, but the spirits are light. Turning and shape until the stars ignite. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease. Hammer and lace, singing the pain away. Welcome to the haven.
This is going to be a tedious piece, but I think it's going to look pretty cool once I finish it. And this is going to be one of those I can say, hey, that's my art. This is my scribble, dadgummit. I didn't borrow this image.
Drips like a fiery stream. Polished wood gleams like an artist.
If it all burns good, this is a little tight right there.
Drowns out the strife. Each piece a little ode to a simpler life. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease.
And I saw the gentleman that want the extended clip. They came through. And I was talking to them, told them, said, I ain't forgot about you. I'm working on that project. I said, it's getting to me though. I said, I'm working it down and it's not cooperating with me as I shrink it down. And I was explaining to him how I really wanted it to be an extended clip, but I just didn't want it to be a plain extendable piece of metal. You know, I wanted it to look like one of my original clips. And I don't want you to even be able to tell it extends. I want that to be like a little hidden factor. That's why I'm trying to work it out the way I am. So it'll be a pretty cool one when it's done. I'll get it. That last small turn when I did that burnt me on it for a minute, and then so many other little projects going, so I would step back from that, take a break, regroup. Not done with it because I've invested money into that one, bought extra parts and pieces and stuff trying to figure that plan out. So We're definitely not giving up on it.
Carving stress away, ain't nothing less. Hands worn tough, but the spirits are light. Turning and shaping till the stars ignite. Like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease. Hammering lies, singing the pain away. Welcome to
Hey, Zyra.
where good vibes.
How's your morning going there, buddy? Hope it's doing good. I'm back. Breakfast plated. I'm hungry. The chicken. I'm thinking chicken biscuit. I'm thinking honey chicken biscuit. That's what I'm thinking. Got a rumbly in my tumbly. I'm thinking morning chicken biscuits. I hadn't had a chicken biscuit a long time.
To a simpler life, like and subscribe, come join the breeze. Here in the workshop, the mind feels at ease. Lies, singing the
Hey, Zach. Good morning.
welcome to the haven where good vibes stay.
John, did I say good morning? I did in my head. I don't know if it come out, and I don't know if that was one of them that came out or stayed in. But good morning. I hope you had an awesome day yesterday. Got all your fingers and stuff still, I hope, though. Not too fun of a day. You gotta be careful on that heavy equipment there, sir.
Grumpy's in the lab, spinning wood in the haze. Epoxy drips slow while he's setting the craze. Roach clips gleam like trophies of the trade. Lathe hums a melody, a handcrafted serenade. Workshop dreams where the pain takes flight. Aliens in the mist dancing through the night. Eyes red rim, but the soul feels light. Join the fellowship, the tribe ignites.
What is the, oh goodness, keep waking up these days too early. Sun is up early. That's well, it can't, you can't, well, you jump into the daylight savings times if y'all do that, but that's only going to give you, what, an hour difference. That makes a difference down here, though. I wish they'd quit doing that. Wish they'd just get it on one time and just leave it there.
No need to involve. Turning wood to gold, creation don't pause. Grumpy in the zone without applause. Life in them sawdust clouds, it's raw. The tools sing a chorus.
There you go. Don't get in no trouble now.
The pain takes flight. Aliens in the mist dancing through the night. Eyes red rim, but the soul feels light. Join the fellowship, the tribe ignites.
And my roach clips got hot again yesterday. The epoxy ones, I had to put them back in the box, get them off the table. I was okay for most of the day because of the way we set up. I started off in the shade, but then at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I'm starting to get more sunlight. And then I don't like fighting that damn canopy. I carry a canopy, a little canopy with me, but I never put mine together. I don't know. That parking lot is so small. I don't want to take up a big footprint and setting the canopy up stuff. You're coming off the sidewalk into some parking spaces. I don't know. I don't want to inconvenience people taking the parking spaces up, because then you're like, you got okay, like with me, I don't know, I'm weird. I'll go to pull in somewhere and I might want to do something, but if I get flustered trying to get into where I'm going, that dictate whether I'm gonna, go look at something once I get there. And so I don't know. But the uranium, there's a guy that was set up with a uranium glass. He had a nice little canopy. Hey, it was inexpensive. He said he got it off of Walmart.com. It was like $65, but it was your regular little canopy that you set up outside, but it had the backdrop, like the walls and the sides, and then little zip-up windows on it and everything. And it was only $65, he said. He said he wanted it to be a little bit taller, so I would have to look, maybe get a taller one. But I think that's what I'm going to end up having to do, is set myself up in a canopy like that with sides and whatnot, so I can have the shade. Alright, this daggone, I like the pen, awesome colors for the thing, but it's not wanting to write good. The ball keeps locking up on me, and it's digging into the paper instead of flowing. Ice packs. Oh man, that would work, but it's so hot and humid down here that that wouldn't hold up for maybe 20 minutes, hour tops. And then after a minute, you'd have to definitely wrap it up with a towel and everything, because it's gonna sweat. Okay, apply it. Okay, hold on. I see. Over the ice packs. Yeah, that might do something. I didn't notice the plywood part of it right off the bat. That would eliminate the sweating part. Still need to wrap them up though. It's just we get hot and humid, and we're yesterday wasn't barely into the 80s. You know, and down here it's not. That once it gets too much warmer, I don't know how the events are going to work out. I'm not going to sit out there and just be pouring sweat trying to sell a roach clip. I don't think nobody's going to want to come up and buy a roach clip from me being a sweaty mess, you know. And I get hot. I'm hot-natured and all. You know, morning times, like I said, I could probably set up early morning, you know, till about lunchtime, and then have to call it a day. I had to be putting me some of them DeWalt rechargeable fans and stuff like that. Have me a little work fan or something out there. Because if I got a breeze on me, you know, even if it's a hot breeze, that it still makes it, you know, a little bearable. I might have to think about that too. Right? Give me time to restock. There you go. That might be what I need to do. Give me time to restock, not flood the market as bad with everything. Because I mean, I can't complain. You know, I make a little money each time I set up. You know, that's I'm not paying bills making money, but it's making it worth my while and making me feel good, you know, and people's actually buying my stuff, you know. But
Ash on the floor, got that morning
mm,
laugh. Neighbor at the door, like you awake at last. Yeah. Aliens come, get grumpy, cosmos bound. Soar from the work made in pain. Stay off the ground. Like, subscribe, stick around for another round. Same old couch, same small town.
that's like when the lady bought that wood spirit. That was, I don't know. She could have bought anything. It's just the energy she had when she was talking about how they were going to take it home and she was going to have it displayed and all that kind of stuff. That's like, damn, that just make a person feel good.
When the spin's so fast, whoa. Aliens come, get grumpy, cosmos bound. Soar from the work made in pain. Stay off the ground. Like, subscribe, stick around for another round. Same old couch, same small town. Laid back, if the sky
And then it was one of my cottonwood bark wood spirits. So that was pretty cool.
life in the comments, life in the smoke. Laid back legend in a one-room joke. Hey, aliens come, get grumpy, cosmos bound. Soar from
Back when I got into carbon fusion and got into power carving, I bought a box of cottonwood bark from one of the members off of the Facebook page. It was some pretty cool stuff. I still have a bunch of it. He's passed away, and I'm real. I don't know. I'm funny. I'm sentimental to a degree. I got a whole box of that stuff, so I only carved like 3 or 4 pieces out of the box. That's the piece of cottonwood bark that y'all see. I finally pulled a piece out, and I keep looking at it, and I want to carve on it, but I don't want to screw it up and carve something stupid. I'm weird now, and now I want to make sure I carve a good piece in honor of the dude that got it. That's I'm a weirdo. So I probably won't carve on that piece of bark until I power carve on some other stuff for a while and get my feel back, because I haven't been power carving, detailed stuff like that in a hot minute. But I need to. My carvings are starting to thin out. It is. Chat's catching up to me in the thing, and I see where to appreciate your work. Hey Tim, good morning, buddy.
You know that sound, little bit of rage, still peace all around. From the shop to the stars, we roam in this town. Laid back soul, never staying on the ground. Hey! Grumpy's carving in the neon glow. Lighter cases lined up row by row by row. Wood spirit snicker in the midnight haze. Aliens beam down with the puzzled gaze. Medications tight like a rocket in flight. Grumpy's whispers echo through the starlight. Aliens laugh in a galactic tone, saying this guy should not be left alone. Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan. Aliens clap, it's out of hand. Wood spirits hide, they know the deal. Grumpy's chaos got surreal. Carving's crooked, but his heart's in tune. Aliens chilling by the glow of the moon. Wood shaving scatter like cosmic dust. Grumpy's faith and fun is the only must. Aliens chancing around the carving table. Grumpy's art is anything but stable. Wood spirits groaning, questioning life. This is what they call artisan strife.
Got to get a 9-volt battery today, so I got to limp the truck up to the store somewhere. Damn smell! I woke up this morning and the smoke detector sitting there chirping.
Aliens chanting around the carving table. Grumpy's art is anything but stable. Wood spirits groaning, questioning life.
What's up? We got it all.
This is what they call
Oh, take my glasses off.
Grumpy's hands.
Oh, I wore my not my reading glasses, but my distance glasses. I haven't been wearing those. The dang eyeglass place, I don't like it. I feel they messed the script up just a touch, but it just could be my craziness just not letting my eyes adjust. But I know my stigmatism's been bugging me. That's my right eye. That that messes with me. Hey, Mr. Tony. Yeah, no music. That's crazy why YouTube does that, though. I don't understand why you can't have a background music. I could understand if it was explicit language or something like that and your streams wasn't set up right. But I mean, it should be no different than the radio jamming. You should be able to jam music in your videos and stuff like that.
Grumpy's whispers echo through the starlight. Aliens laugh in a galactic tone, saying this guy should not be left alone. Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan. Aliens clap and shout a hand. Wood spirits high, they know the deal. Grumpy's chaos got surreal.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
Carvin's crooked, but his heart's in tune. Aliens chilling by the glow of the moon. Wood shaving scatter like cosmic dust. Grumpy's faith in fun is the only.
That was where that other pin was digging and messing with me.
Aliens chant around the carving table. Grumpy's art is anything but stable.
So I had to eventually change it out. It was not working with me into my benefit. So how about that carbon paper though? I put so many different pictures on with that one piece. You can see all of them overlapping each other. It's about how the inside of my head looks like. Everything overlapping, everything. It's like, Ooh, it's okay. Ooh.
Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan.
Y'all need to quit laughing at me. That's not nice. It's mean when you pick on people. Gotta laugh with me, not at me. Oh, my back. Man, right? Leave the bank card at the house and give me an allowance and I'll be okay. I could probably get in trouble in one of them stores.
Grumpy's hands ain't got no plan. Aliens clap, it's out of hand. Oh, wood spirits hide. know the deal. Grumpy's chaos.
I'd get some chunks, some big blocks, you know, to do some nice bowls and stuff with. I will get there one of these days. I don't want to buy the wood, you know, invest in the wood, and then say, all right, I'm gonna get my lathe next, and then that stuff dry out more and crack or something before I can turn it. That would hurt my feelings.
Grumpy's epoxy, these roach
But yeah, ooh.
aliens land.
That's almost like going into Harbor Freight on a payday. You go spend some money, whether you want to or not. Coupons or not, they go suck you in. That's what them hardwood stores need to start doing though, is work their prices around some. That way they can throw them a little flyer out and have them little flash sales and stuff like that. You go in there and buy a block of wood that's gonna be $45, but they flash sale it to $40 and you think you're saving something.
Grumpy's chronic pain, no need to hide. Epoxy brilliance, ride the tide. Roach clips in hand.
Oh, my back, y'all.
Crafting our dreams, it's all pre-planned. Workshop sessions created and planned. Sky high with aliens take a stand. Like and subscribe, join the vibe. Aliens in the workshop.
That's about an hour away. Ooh, that's like going to the Bass Pro Shop for me. I got one. I think it's in. I think there's one in Fort Walton, or is it Destin? Might be Destin. But then one in Spanish Fort. I don't know. That's a small drive.
Roll up reality, spaceship spawned, chronic pain fades, therapeutic dawn.
About a mile from. Oh, see, that's even worse. Oh, that's bad right there now. Oh my goodness. I would definitely have to start riding around with cash only and leave all my cards at the house. You're talking about retail therapy, having a bad day. It's coming home from work and it's all peck with it. Pull in and walk out with bags full of stuff like you done hit the liquor store and got you a couple of bottles. That would be some healthy retail therapy though. Getting some blocks of wood and stuff like that. I'd have to stay away from the tools. Because that's what I always joke about. And it's the sad thing is I haven't been doing that much carving. I've been doing some art. That does help me, but I fall into my lathe work and stuff like that for my Xanaxes and stuff. When I get stressed out, that's what I want to do is just I dip into that kind of stuff instead of wanting to do other stuff, you know. Yeah. Ooh. So my wood carving and whatnot's my good therapy. So it would be a healthy retail therapy to go in there and spend a bunch. Wow. Okay, they got online real though. Oh, snot. Oh, look at them slabs. That's what I gotta do with John. I gotta get it with you, sir. We got to figure out something. Get me a box of some of your live edges. And it don't have to be gorgeous pieces, just something that I can sand down smooth to burn. Something to play with and practice with. That's what I want to do. I want to move off of my plywood boards there and get into some bigger slabs and some prettier wood pieces. And then a nice live wood edge with that floral design on there, and then add a little maybe something else popping here and there in the background. That would be a nice piece. That's what I want to do. I want to get some nicer sets, some more. I want to get some, maybe how do you say that, big money pieces on the table. You know, you do have people that come out there that enjoy the art, you know, and want to support art and buy that stuff, you know. So it's, yeah. Babble. Seven o'clock, y'all. I got an hour before the little turd be here. Maybe I can draw some more. The shipping will probably be the problem. That's what I'm saying. We'll have to figure something out on that. I'll get I need to look at the post office and see how that because those flat rate shipping boxes, it fits, it ships. Is there a pound limit on those? Is that something I need to think about? Because if not, I think there's a big enough box they have that you might be able to slip maybe three pieces in if they're not real thick. I'll look into that if it can be worked out that way. I'm not set up for it right now, but I'll get my money right. And yeah, let me see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I gotta dig it down off my shelf. It's got my cottonwood bark in it. It's what the guy sent me the cottonwood bark in back in the day. Oh, dusty. That's dusty. Oh. What is this one? This one is 12 inches by 14 inches by 3.5 inches. One of the flat rate boxes. Shit. And that would, well, I don't know. What's the thickness that you cut your pieces? It's a 70-pound limit for the UPS. Okay. Well, they won't be that heavy. I don't think it'd be that heavy. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. Because I mean, if I get into doing that and I'm sourcing edges like that, and you know, I mean, it would be awesome to get from somebody out in the community, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets a little. That one didn't curvature. But I just gotta get my finances just a little bit better. Oh, when that happens, we're gonna have a bunch of goodie boxes going here and there for a minute. I want to share some of that stuff too. Dope soldiers of cope. Out of the haze came purpose and hope. Aliens nodding props to the craft, no hate. Epoxy vibes outlasted the hand. Right. Ooh, snot. Did y'all hear that? Ooh. Epoxy roach clips, artware functions aligned. Workshop sessions, therapy. Hold your arms up. That long yoga get you sometimes. Gotta stretch. I about knocked my coffee over. Backed up with my chair, hit my cane. My cane come flying down and the handle slapped my coffee. Wire. I thought I had a different gauge wire over here. There it is. Is that it? Oh no. That's 30. No, I don't want 30 gauge. That's tiny. I want 22. Thought I had 22 gauge and I was gonna try to use that and make a tip. Let's see how that worked out. Where is the 22 gauge?
Precision of a surgeon, where craft begins. Wood chips dance like confetti on the floor. Every turn, every twist holds a little more. Aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light.
Might be the one I don't have. I thought I had some of it though.
The therapy hum of machines as it begins. Turn the world into grooves. We twist and
26, 23.
hit the bell like and subscribe to the tribe. Lay spirals
23 is gonna be the thickest.
stories and smoke. Art and remedy blend. That's the inside joke.
Here's my first sticker design, y'all. I messed that one up. It looked okay. I wasn't happy with the color. I wanted more green, and I said, well, that works. I was excited and hit okay, and I had a typo. I'm missing an S down there. If it would have had the S, that would have probably been my sticker. But I'm glad I messed it up and then went back at it because I'm more happy with the one I have now.
Aliens floating, they dip in my sight. The mist curling thick in the soft workshop light. Sanded edges, smooth stress, exhaled sins. The therapy hum of machines.
Well, I guess 23 is what it's gonna be. I can't find 22. And you watch, I'm gonna turn around and make something with that 23, and as soon as I'm done with it, I'll find that 22 gauge. Yeah. Every box is now a separate for sorting the packages and writing. Okay. Awesome. Silver buck solder. Still looking, I don't see it.
Crafted cures where the resin drips. Epoxy roach clips, fingertips equipped. Medicated therapy, glow flows thick. Chronic pain fades.
I don't know if I should start burning on that right now or gonna get my flow and the dang dogs gonna get here.
Just don't care. Creating's how we heal. No pill compares. Anxiety dissolves. Now time feels rare. Grumpy's laid back, carving for the soul, shaping cloudy dreams. Watch the colors roll. Hand steady, mind free. This joint's patrol. Roach clips bonded, stories to unfold. Therapy's the wood grain, the blades our guide. Healing and creation.
Now, half the time these days when it says estimated arrival, that's like it's just estimated arrival. It's not gonna get there when you want it to. It's either gonna be early or it's gonna be late.
Shadows in the flicker. We craft peace in the chaos until we're numb. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare.
Oh, these old cutters don't cut no more.
Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare. Aliens in the smoke, shadows in the air, floating through the space like I just don't care. Creating's how we heal, no pill compares. Anxiety dissolves, now time feels rare.
Damn, she told her she didn't have to go to practice this morning. I guess Bugga wanted to do practice. They still have chorus concert or chorus practice at school for the school concert coming up. And my granddaughter made all county chorus, so she's been doing the practices and stuff for all county too. And then they had all day long. They practiced yesterday for that concert last night. Because with it being all county, you had kids from everywhere in Florida gathered up, and then you had a music teacher from Tampa, from South Florida, with all kind of awards and stuff, got chose by the state to be the conductors for the all county chorus and stuff. So she was up here. So the students have never worked with her before, you know, and so they had to learn her ways and, you know, what her rhythms and stuff was. So it was pretty cool, and they were young kids, you know, to get. And then the ladies, they were saying that they wanted to get the kids the attention that they were working with material that was meant for high schoolers and stuff, and they were in elementary school, and they only had one day to work with that material and learn it all, and they sounded awesome. So that was pretty cool. But she was whooped, and the music director told them that she was excused from practice this morning, that they did not have to attend at all, you know, because of the all county performances and whatnot. But she went. That's cool. That means the granddaughter wanted to go. So that's cool. She's got that drive. I hope she stays with it going into middle school if they have it. That'd be pretty cool. It'll get here when it gets here. That's the cool thing about it, is I don't really go nowhere, so I'll be home most of the time, and so it's kind of like that surprise. And I'll get somebody else send me a tracking number for something, and I don't like to. I mean, if I start tracking it once, then it's that bug. I gotta stay on top of it. Then I'll start stressing. It's like, well, why is it going here? Craziness, you know. And so yeah, I just like the knowing it's coming, and then it's like, oh, there you go. Because hey, it could be a bad day, and then it show up and make it a great day, you know. Had to brush the dog. He been trained. Oh, that's awesome. I wish I had put mine through an obedience class a little bit when she was younger. She's just real independent, like minded. She's got that leader mentality, like that pack leader mentality. You know, she wants to be big girl and say, okay, I know it's your way, but I'm doing it my way kind of mentality. Tracking hound. See, you don't need to be a tracking hound on that old path. That's just it. I feel with your SPT, till you can get that under control, don't put yourself in them situations that's gonna get you elevated. Don't try to moose off. Try to keep that blood pressure and adrenaline down, so it don't trigger your heart to jump. I'm sitting here talking, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm not in camera. I'm twisted over here looking out the back door, messing with this talking. I'm just slowly pinching this, trying to get some shape without squaring any of the edges. I don't want to beat it down flat. I want it to kind of be round and smooth, so it might run over the pattern better than that flat edge.
Dust flies, wood grind, Dremel twisting. In Grumpy's den, I carve my vision. Spirits in the timber, whisper so clear.
See, I'm way behind those stickers. I got radar. I got both your stickers now. I told you didn't have to send me a second sticker, sir. I was okay with one. I know them stickers aren't that cheap, but I appreciate it. I'll put one in my box and one around my lathe when I get it set right. I want to get some for my lathe wall stickers. I want to get I think a piece of acrylic. I know Lexon gonna be too expensive, but I think I can get a thin piece of acrylic at Home Depot and put some little fasteners up on my board and then drill the holes through the acrylic, and then I can have the stickers up and then just put the acrylic back against the stickers. Because when I wet sand, I sling water all up on my wall right there, and I don't want to mess the stickers up. That's what slowed me down on putting stickers, because when I do get stickers and I get doubles, I'll put one in here in my box, and then I'll put one out there around my lathe. See, that's what I need to do, but I don't know. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing to get called up. I got a bunch of videos for stickers I'm behind on. Toolbox, there you go. Well, see, within my box, my wall, I like how I have my stickers. They're right here in front of me. They're right here in front of me. So I see everybody's channel and all that coolness, every time I get in my box, and that's where I want them. I want them close right here, but I also want them to be easily showed off in my videos. So, yeah. Got that mental battle. I was like, oh, where do I put it? Because once I put it, it's put, I got a bunch of awesome channels in here, yo. I love all these channels. I might not be able to get into them as much anymore as I did at first. And I really hate that if I don't get in your channels enough, thump me in the butt and say, hey, where you at? Because I get lost. There's so many people that I try to follow and support. And I don't want to forget nobody that's been with me from the get-go, Because I'm way behind on videos, everything. That's Jordy's videos. Hell, I used to never miss a video for Jordy. He dropped a video, I had that thing watched within an hour unless I was asleep and commenting and everything. I'm probably 5 or 6 videos behind on his because he been dropping them, and I can't keep up.
Let's make this a wood-burning song with every cut, emotion strong. Sparks flying as day moves along. In Grumpy's world, nothing's ever wrong.
All right, Mr. Johnny, you have a good day, sir. I hope your day flies by. Be safe. Oh, where's my torch? See, it went back to my other playlist. It's going through. I don't know if I'm not paying attention to all them songs off I made a short playlist. It's nowhere near as long as the first one, but it just had different songs in it to kind of bump it around a little. And it's already back into the other playlist. So I guess it goes through the first one real fast and then jumps to the second one. Oh, Matthew, I got you. I'll help you with a sticker, buddy. You see my thumbnails and stuff that I've been doing lately? I'm doing those off of my original sticker. My original sticker took me a hot minute to play with, but that was, I think I'm doing a little better with some of the newer programs out there. They weren't available when I did my sticker, and I think I could help you come up with a design. And then, cause I'll take my original design and then I'll sit there and get on the computer or your phone. If your phone might even do it. You got the Google or anything set on your phone, like the Gemini, where you hold your, or the Ask Google or whatever. You can even use that, get that AI app opened up and tell them, say, hey, okay, I want to make a picture of a crazy guy wood carving this, and this, make it kind of cartoonish, and you just give it little prompts like that, and then let it create, and then see what it makes. If it's close to what you want, then you take that image, save it so you have a start, and then you start working and you upload that image and say, okay, now take this out of that picture, but make the guy holding a hammer, doing this, and then wood carving on a branch, and then it'll rework your image. And then some of the free stuff might limit you right there. I know like the Gemini stuff lets you create, I think, like 2 or 3 free pictures a day, and then you stop from there and just keep going and just save each picture, and then work off of each picture, because that's kind of how I did when I did my first sticker. It was a different app. I used the free version of it, and so it was like every day that, each day you log in, you'd get 5 credits. So I would log in every day, get my free credits, and then turn it off. I wouldn't do nothing. I did that for months to where I had a butt ton of credits built up. And then I just sat back one day and just started doing that. I would design or say something, feed it into a prompt, get my image, save it, if it was close. But then sometimes I just kept going and working with the image on the screen, and then eventually I ended up getting what I wanted. I mean, I had to tell it, I want the graphics going around it saying my channel name with drippy effects and stuff. I mean, you have to get detailed with it, but it's playing with it. You can make some cool stuff. But that's how I ended up, I guess, because with the Chat GPT and the free ones out there, you're limited. So it's about the time you get your creativity going, you're shut down to the next day. Because it'll tell you, come back tomorrow, such and such time for, But and then I limit mine because I do my stuff off the computer for my Facebook or for YouTube, and so I use that one to do my thumbnails. I uploaded my channel sticker, and it said, okay, let's have grumpy wood burning, blah blah blah. Boom, it would make my picture, and then I would save that and upload that for my thumbnail that day. But you can take like if you want something like resembling you, you could take one of your picture apps that'll do an avatar or like a cartoon picture of yourself. Take a normal picture and convert it into a cartoon or whatever, and then use that picture and upload that picture to Chat GPT or whatever, and say, okay, I want to work with this image, but I want him to, have green glasses, Viking beard, whatever. You start feeding in the crazy detail, and just do a little bit at a time. You don't have to have it, perfect the first prompt. That's what I'm gonna end up doing, is finding me one of these AI programs that work good, and I'm gonna end up getting a minimum subscription for it. Because that's something I could use a lot. Kind of like Suno. You know, I looked around and I know there's probably better ones out at this point, but Suno just, I like the way it works. And some of their updates I haven't liked, so I've stayed, because they don't, Suno's changing versions a lot, but they leave the original versions up, so you don't have to run the newest version of it. And their last update, their newest version, when it come out, I started using that, and it was not making my music like I'm used to. All right, Opeth. Yeah, what time is it? Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, I'll be shutting off about 8 o'clock. I gotta stick some on my back. Oh. I might lose y'all for just a second going to the back of the house. Hear my Indian flutes. That's what keeps Grumpy sleepy at night. Probably ain't picking it up. I gotta have a white noise or some kind of background noise going when I sleep. Yeah. Got one of those noise machines. It's got all kind of noises on there, but I've only found a couple of them that seem to be, I don't know if soothing is the word, but I guess it's soothing because it's working. But yeah, the Indian flutes is one of them. It's my favorite. I love listening to that stuff.
Grumpy's hands, they shape the flow. Knives kiss wood and time moves slow. Chronic pain, it starts to fade. Healing in these grooves we
It's 65 out here this morning, though. Put my clothes on. Can't walk out there. Can't go. I gotta go out there and get the damn grandpug when she gets here and walk her around the yard and all. We have our routine. She knows what's up. My daughter be like, she just used the bathroom before. I said, yeah, I know, you say that all the time. And she'd have accidents in the house. I said, you watch. Before you leave, she'll be using the bathroom. It's routine and structure. This shit works with kids, it works with dogs, it works with everything. Even my crazy ass. If I get more back into a routine and a structure, my head's gonna settle down and Grumpy be rolling again. I have my fan going too. Before, let's see, our ceiling fan. I say shit. My ceiling fan up there is the original ceiling fan from us moving in. The fan is perfect. The motor's still good, everything. But the fixture going up into the ceiling, I guess where it tacks to the truss coming across to hold it stable in the ceiling, it's loosened up right there. So with the fan being just a tad off balance, it wants to shake. And it started getting worse and worse, so I quit running the fan and put one of the little oscillating fans on my dresser down there by the bed. And so I have that for some background noise, but it's not enough. The Indian flute noise thing, it's right at my head. You know, it does my head good. It kind of, I sit there and start listening to it, and I guess in my head I'm trying to subconsciously, I guess from playing instruments, subconsciously my brain's trying to play the sounds too, and I guess I lock into that rhythm and boom, I'll fall out. It's weird. I can't explain it, but it works, right? So, you know, if it works, it works. Nah, see, if I put the TV on, I lock into it. I won't go to sleep. Ooh, no. That's crazy. When I don't want to fall asleep and I'm watching TV, flip, bet my eyes is gonna roll. But if I'm trying to go to bed and the TV's on, no, I don't know what it is. It's like flipping like the Tom and Jerry cartoons. You're putting toothpicks under my eyelids, holding them jokers open because they won't close. My daughter was the same way when she was little. She would try to work it into a routine. She's like, I want a movie. I want to watch a movie to go to sleep. You know, and this was, you know, granted, that's how my wife had to deal with it, because that was whenever I was an ass and bounced for a little bit, and she was young trying to do it all by herself, you know, and then had her parents overriding everything she would say. So my daughter she was a handful for a minute when she was little. But bedtime was one of the issues. She would stay awake until she dropped. And it's like, you got to get ready to go to school, little girl. You can't be staying up like this no more. So that was a battle right there, was getting her hooked up on a bedtime, because she didn't have bedtime. You know, she ran until she dropped. And by the time I finished adjusting everything, I started at a certain time. You know, I would start turning everything off, and she'd pitch a fit, beg for a movie, and the wife would get on to me about it, you know, and then I would show her, you know, I said, all right, watch, she's not gonna go to sleep, you know, and then I'd give her a couple more nights and say, okay, well, let's do it my way, you know, and within 20 or 30 minutes of a fit, you know, she finally give in and she was out, you know, and then I broke it all the way down to 7 o'clock was her bedtime. And if it was 6:50, sun could be out bright as day, she'd come up to you, or I'm sorry, if it was like 7:10, a little past her bedtime, she would come up to you and tell me, I'm crabby, it's past my bedtime. But yeah, that structure and routine, that works for everybody. Even my crazy self, I said. I done said that, but I'll say it again. All right, I just heated this up. This is kind of hard to do. I need to have something to hold it while I do it, and I don't have the clamps and all for that. But try to get this hot, and if you plug it up, and I can't do it fast enough. This torch used to stay on too, but I broke the little button for that. But I gotta have my pliers handy, ready. Get it hot, and while it's hot, I can squeeze it down. I don't want to flatten it flat. Good thing I can't feel stuff too well, and that dissipates the heat quick. Grumpy laid back, carving PCCs, roach clips and more, wooden fantasies, therapeutic dreams flow with ease, crafting cool creations on two hands, Grumpy's therapy, never underhanded. That's my pup. She does that. Well, she don't necessarily get up on me like that, but when it's bedtime, she knows it's bedtime. Larry says, you ready for bed? She'll jump up, go run to the back. And then the Chihuahua, he's my son's little pup for the bed. He likes to sleep with my son, or used to, but then when my son's been gone here lately, he's gotten used to, when my son ain't here, he sleeps in there with us, so he's gotten used to staying in there. So the big dog, she's got that blue heeler in her, and she's got herding instinct, something fierce. She loves to try to grab him and pull him around everywhere. I think I'm gonna not push the issue with it. I've gotten it closed in, and it's not flat, so it's still rounded a little bit. So that might make it that might help make it. I'm trying to do most of my tips off. I beat them flat, and they got a sharp edge. And this wood is gonna cut. And there's so many float. This has got a lot of curve going in it. So I want a piece that's gonna flow better on the board. It feels like it might work. I think I can work with that. We're gonna try anyway. Once I get it on the handpiece and get it turned on, I can shape it a little more, because it'll keep the heat. I said I have to get one of those soldering kits. I can make my own. I never thought about that till just now. I've had a soldering kit, one of the little deals that's got the little alligator clips to hold your wires and stuff while you solder. I need something like that, holding this. That way I can have the pliers in one hand, torch in the other hand, and heat it, and then kind of crimp at it while it's red hot. By the time I get stuff set down and picked up, it's cooled off too much. Yeah. I said we say bedtime. She jumps up and goes to snatching on old man dog. She does that in the mornings too. I'll get him down out of bed. Oh shit! That's what I need to go do. The alarms went off. I need to make sure he's up and put him down. But yeah, I got to feed him too before the grandpa gets here. Shit. Oh. But yeah, she'll pull his ass down the hallway too. Come on, man. Bring it back. Come on. Come on. Get up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I'm not dragging you. Get up. Come on. Come on. And he belly crawls towards the edge of the bed, and he can't see that good, so he doesn't want to walk too close to the edge. And then I got to bend and twist backwards to pick him up. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 Go get their food together while she's outside. This is what messes with me trying to bump their feeding schedule up, is I have to feed them before that grandpa gets here. I guess I don't have to. I can separate them out. But it's just, I don't feel like doing that. So what's everybody getting into today? Oh snot, I'm about to fall. I guess I'm gonna sit in here. I'll put Old Path on I have you on my phone in my ear while I'm walking the dog and getting her situated and stuff when they get here. Then once I get sat down, I'll get you up on the TV. Go from there. And then I'll probably sketch. I haven't sat down and done any drawing in a minute. I want to find one of my got another book or two of older artwork from when I was younger. And I want to dig some of that out. I think some of it would look good on some boards, possibly. And then, there was a gentleman up there at the event yesterday. He does digital art and everything. Pretty flipping cool. We were talking, and the way he does his stuff, he's got his own coloring books out there, and like an adult coloring book and even child style coloring books and stuff like that. It's stuff he designs, and turns around, and there's a couple of places on Amazon he goes through and I guess publishes his books, and he's not bad prices, and the books look nice quality too. He was showing me some, and he's like, he can go through, and it's almost like a merchandise store at first. He doesn't have to touch the books. He just uploads his work and says, okay, this is what I want. This is how builds his book out, and then publishes it that way. And it's like, if somebody orders one, then they put together a book, ship it out. That way he doesn't have inventory on hand and not wasting nothing, right? And the company keeps a percentage. It's kind of like a YouTube thing. I think they keep like 30%, but not bad prices. He ordered so many, and it was like $250 a book. It's like, damn, that ain't bad. Guess you got a decent profit margin off of that price range. But anyhow, the way he was drawing, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, you can't fit through there no more, can you? My dog got a little too wide all of a sudden. I don't know why. I haven't changed the way she eats or nothing, but she can't fit. I tell y'all, she'd push out the back door and open the back door, but then she'd come back through the back door because it won't push open coming in. She'd push the screen out and come in. Well, there's little splits going through there, and she done got wide. She tried to come in that way this morning on me while I was doing something out there when I let her out. She got stuck. I had to push her backwards to get her out of it. She's scared to be a big girl. She's wide. Yeah, I don't know why she's gotten so wide like that. She's thickening out in her older age, for sure. Getting that broadness that the pit bulls are getting, their shoulders and stuff. She's starting to get that in hers, thickening out like that in her shoulders, I guess. Oh, gracious, y'all. Oh. All right, I'm back. Carl from Jacksonville. Good morning, Carl from Jacksonville. I am Grumpy from Milton. Another Floridian. There you go. Oh, I remember Carl. I haven't seen you in here for a minute. That's why I didn't recognize you, but okay. I'm subscribed to your channel. Fun day to clean the yard, I used to have me an R number. That's what I remember. I seen the recovery and put in there. I did that a long time ago. I hate that the way circumstances come about in my life to where I lost my R number, but repossessing and stuff like that, that's hard if you got a conscience. I had too big of a heart. I hated it when I pull up into a yard to repo a car, and that damn yard full of kid toys. You get the car, it's got 2 car seats in it. It's like, man, I don't want to take these people's car. You take their car, they got kids. How are they supposed to do their thing? Yeah, man, that made that stuff hard. But now when they come out the door being just all mouthy and disrespectful and just flapping at the jaws, and they could do better than what they're doing. Not me to judge, but sometimes that made it easier to take. But I hated that. I had too much of a conscience. So I guess everything's happens for a reason, because that first repo man was the one that was ripping me off, and then I got stupid and tried to get my money back the wrong way and got in trouble and lost my license for repossession. That sucked. State of Florida revoked my shit plus fined me $300. I won't never forget that. Lesson learned though. Unfortunately. Spring has sprung around here. Everything's pretty much green. My pecan tree's pretty much filled in. Oh, it won't be long. It'll have some pecans if the squirrels stay out of it. Unless I start eliminating them, they not gonna stay out. Hey, good morning, Amy. I'm just now looking at my chat. If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for tuning in and putting up with my crazy babble. There you go, Carl. Thoughts clearing while I'm drumming. Hand steady, chiseling souls from the grain. Wood spirits born, banish all the pain. Roach clips gleam, each one's a story. Copper wire twist, therapeutic beauty glory. It does. I'm talking about the ringing. That's just ringing right now. These earbuds are weird. I can put them in my ear and it's got the noise canceling. And then it's like, I don't, the ringing picks up. But if I'm having a bad day with my ringing, I can push aside and it turns on like ambient noise plus my earbud noise. So instead of that noise canceling, it almost amplifies the noise coming in, and that's like a white noise sound when you first turn it on, and that kind of hushes the ringing down for me when I'm wearing these. Because my ringing would get so bad that I would try noise canceling ear headset, and sometimes that worked, but then it's like when it's too quiet and that ringing goes, then it seems to almost amplify it, and it not drives me crazy. That's what we're the Goonies. We're the misfits. I said that not too long ago because everybody's broken, busted, twisted in their own little special way. Oh, Flip, this is a therapy class. I'm telling y'all. I use YouTube for my therapy. This is what look, yes. Don't hear the ringing when I mow. That might be why. There you go. I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to have to start putting up, that disclaimer like Jack's doing. I'm going to have to put me one up in mine. I'm not responsible for any unnecessary therapy classes that you must take. Sessions, there you go, snip. Oh. I don't know, Misfit Creators, that's it. I always looked at myself as the underdog and the black sheep of the family. The way my family operated, they always wanted to talk about somebody. And then once I realized that's how they was, I was like, all right, y'all talk about me all you want to. And then it's funny, yeah. You should say, those that live in a glass house shouldn't throw stones. Well, they broke all their windows. Now my shit's falling apart right now, but no, not by my choice. They made their decisions. That's all I can say. I'll leave it at that. Sorry. I shouldn't be thinking like that, man. It's crazy though. Yeah. I've always had my shit together and seemed to have been the most responsible and the most stable out of everybody. And then it's like, I guess that's what makes all this that much harder. I thought I built my foundation pretty strong. I guess that's what I'm looking at. I thought my stuff wasn't gonna crumble. It was gonna have a few cracks here and there, but I didn't think it was gonna crumble. I've watched everybody else just fucking, ooh, sorry, F-bomb, did not mean that. I've watched everybody else just flipping fall apart, you know. I guess everybody's got their day. My day's come and gone. Hey, yo, Pat. You back, buddy? I did break down and start trying to clean up my chaos out here. I'm proud. It's still a damn gum flipping mess, but I did a big dent. I felt well accomplished. I don't know if that's saying much, but yeah. Nah, I just gotta stay out of my head and stay with it, finish it. It will give me so much more room and it'll help my brain. I do. I got faith. I tell myself that I'm gonna be that phoenix. I'm gonna come crawling out the ashes, just blazing and beautiful. I gotta tell myself that, right? But right now I'm still burning. I'm ready for that fire to go out. That's all. I ain't quite that pile of ash yet. She keeps dumping some lighter fluid on that fire at the moment. I like working in metaphors, you know. The beautiful green phoenix. There you go. That's what I need to work on. I can't draw that good though. That would be awesome. Have me a green related fire phoenix. That would yeah. I could see it in my head. That would be awesome. Oh shit, I squirreled completely earlier, yo. I always squirrel. I'm so sorry. If I squirrel and I'm talking about something, it's a hey Grumpy, finish what you're talking about. Put it up there in chat, because I'm telling you, I done forgot. Ray done slapped JoJo in the head and he moved on to the next thing. But that guy with drawing with the digital artwork and all that I met, I was talking to him how I drew and everything, because you know he's got some skill but I just don't have it. And he's like, oh man, I use this app, and he's got an iPad, which that right there kind of kicks me. I don't have Apple devices, but it had him a decent sized iPad with a stylus and everything, and he drew a picture on paper right there and then copied it into the iPad and then turned around and cleaned it all up how I would clean up my drawings the way I draw, you know. And then we were talking about like drawing a heart or something when you want to mirror something like that. I know old school applications, I could draw half the heart and then hit the button and it would flip it over. He sits there and says, okay, you find your center points of what you want to do. And he took a stylus right here and he went to draw like an alien head, and it drew the perfect shape and come out. But as he was drawing this way, it was drawing with the computer at the same time on the opposite side, and they connect. You know, it's like, oh, I need something like that. That would step my game up on drawing. I could come up with a bunch new images for my boards. Because that's what he said. He wants me to burn him an image. He said, if he designed one, could he send it to me and I burn it? I said, hey, just work it up and let me see. So that'd be pretty cool. But I'm sure Android or something. I want something equivalent to that I can set on a pad and have connected to my computer, to where I can do it and have my screen on my computer to watch my work, and also do it on the pad. You know what I mean? And so I guess it would need to be the same app that would run on the pad, and then the same app run on the computer, and then just have me a stylus and a, you know. But that was pretty awesome. And then then what I was saying about with his coloring books and stuff like that, he sends his coloring books through the Amazon thing and has them printed out. And when he wants to sell them in hand, he'll buy a lot himself, you know, and then sell them and mark his price up. And then other than that, he sells them and sets his price on the website, you know, and the website charges their percentage, and then he makes the profit off of it without ever having to do it. And you can do that with prints, all kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm meeting a lot of people with their different adventures and how they're doing their art and acquiring stuff and doing stuff. And it's awesome, because it's like you learn so much and you can take all that and tweak it into how and what you do. Good morning, Suzanne. And I wish I had this flipping mentality when I was younger. You know, I love to learn stuff now, you know. I don't care who you are. You're never too smart or nothing to learn. You know what I mean? You could be a flipping genius and still learn something from the person next to you. You know, we could both do something and get the same result, right? The same end result, but your process and my process completely opposite, but get the same thing. But then if I sit down, it's like, oh no, I don't need to watch that. I know how to do it, you know, because I do it my way and it comes out perfect. Just like you do it your way and it comes out perfect. But if I watch you do your way, it's like, oh damn. You know, I could pick up a couple of tips, and it could be the same thing for the other person. The other person watches that person, oh damn, you know, and then, you know, so you're always learning. I don't know, that open-mindedness, I guess that's what it all is. Well, I hope everybody's had a great start to their week. I say it's going to be long, but it'll be over just as soon as I say it's going to be long. But yeah. And I got to work on my playlist. I got to get some of those songs out of there, add some more, and remove it all to one. She should be messaging on her way soon. I heard the alert go off that she left. Oh damn, that fast. I see. I see the. Okay, blah. Slow down. I'm looking at my notifications and I see the the email from you, Zach. I haven't opened it yet, but I can see the thumbnail for that picture. That's gonna be neat. I'm gonna open that up here in a minute. I don't want to get into it and squirrel out right now. My daughter and my grandpug will be here shortly, so I'm fixing to have to go ahead and shut down. But whew, I gotta go into finishing that tip. I'm gonna finish this into making me a tip. That's, like I said, I didn't flatten that one, but that wire is thin. That's why I was wanting the 22 gauge, but that might be good though because it's tight. It might need to be thin. But yeah, this one I hope's gonna flow good. But yeah, I'll finish that tip up later and probably save the wood burning for later on for sure. I don't want to do it with that flat tip right now. Like I said, I want to finish that guy. But anyway, y'all, I want to shut down. That way I'm not rushing out the door when she gets here. But thank you everybody for tuning in. I know I've been a little babbly this morning, but trying to keep my head bouncy and busy, so I need to be babbly. That door, I'm sure we could clean into the house too. But at least you're doing it. That's the thing. That's mom. Gotta take care of mom. But I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody has an awesome day. Again, thank you so much for all the support. I greatly appreciate it. And again, stay awesome. Stay laid back. Remember, y'all, my job to be grumpy. God bless everybody.
Grumpy's hands, they shape the night. The epoxy flows, a neon flight. From roach clips to a lighter case. Every piece, a brand new space. Oh, Grumpy, carve it all, don't stop. Each creation makes the pain drop. Under you